So today is Superhero Day with Kaufman ISD. All those taking part in it, besides the campuses themselves, are food service, administration, and the service center. And I want to give big thanks to them and shout outs for all the help that they've done as well. I want to recognize, and if you'll stand up, the Norman Junior High Anti-Bullying Ambassadors, if you will please stand up. And I would also like to recognize the family of Colin Robinson. Little background on how this program came to be. We have a nationwide bullying issue. I think everybody knows it. And from first grade on up, actually it starts before first grade. I've seen pre-kindergarten kids get bullied, and I've also seen acts of courage with those that will stand up to bullies. It is a national crisis, and I'm very proud of you for recognizing this and taking part in stopping bullying, reporting bullying, and taking a stand against it. I had spoken with Billy Robinson, who is our guest speaker today, back over the summer. He informed me that Ashlyn, his daughter, who is a senior this year, was feeling kind of low. Junior, I'm sorry. Sorry, making you older than you are. That she was worried that her brother Colin's memory would be forgotten with Kaufman ISD. And we are here to make sure that that's not going to be the case. Colin was a 2012 graduate who we lost in a drowning accident a few weeks after graduation. Colin was known, along with his 5 superhero buddies, Madison Fox, Shelby Brent, Trey Hicks, Stormy Smith, and John Mitchell, as the superheroes of Kaufman ISD. And that is the reason we are incorporating everything together. And this is a picture of Colin, who was Superman. And he was in football. He was also in the band. He was kind of all-American there. And that is his number 27. We are doing this in dedication to his memory. I would like to introduce to you now Billy Robinson, who is Colin's dad, who is going to impart words of wisdom.
Well, thank y'all. Y'all, when I was asked to come and speak, what she asked me to speak on is a subject that makes me a little nervous, I gotta be honest with you. She asked me to talk to y'all about what it takes to be a hero and the kind of character it takes to be a hero. And so I want to thank you, Debbie, for Chief Nixon, I'm sorry. I also want to thank Dr. Crawford for letting me come. And I want to thank y'all for wanting to be here and wanting to be a part of this. How many of y'all have ever been bullied by anybody? Come on. See, I knew you had, because I raised my hand. I have been bullied myself when I was a kid. You know what, guys? Yeah, I know, y'all just want to keep going. So we can do that, and y'all are kind of in this spot where, that's okay. Y'all are in this spot where if I talk a long time, I'm going to bore you to death, but if I talk too short, you got to go back to class. So I don't know which one you prefer, but yeah, you want me to talk a while, right? So y'all can get out of more class. I know what it is. But when she first approached me about this, I thought, you know what, heroes? Colin really was all about heroes. If y'all ever had known him, and his buddies would tell you, he was about every superhero movie that there ever was. He never missed one. He saw every one. And the Superman stuff comes from, that was his favorite hero. Have any of y'all ever heard of the TV show Smallville? Yes? Okay, it's an old show, so most of y'all were just born before it, right after it started. That was like his favorite show in the world. And he used to tell me when he was growing up, I want to be just like that guy. I want to grow up and be just like Clark Kent. Well, think about that for a second. Clark Kent, he's not the hero, is he? Clark Kent is the nerdy guy with the glasses that everybody picks on. The hero is the guy in the back. But let me tell you, there's 3 types of people that as I was thinking about this and studying and looking, you've got heroes in this world. right? You know some heroes in your world? Some people in your world that were heroes for you? You got bullies. We're looking around this room, and because people raise their hand, there's some bullies among us. And then there's the bystanders, the guys who are here, but they're really not engaged or involved. So I'm going to just tell you, Webster actually defines it. Webster says a hero is a person who is admired for their great bravery. Anybody in here want to be admired? See, heroes are admired for their great bravery. Now here's bullies. So if this is you, listen. One who is habitually cruel to others who are weaker. So are you ever cruel to anybody? You just define yourself as a bully if you're ever cruel. Now the bystander, it says one who is taking part but never gets involved. So what makes you which one? Let's say, what made Superman a hero? Was it his outfit? Was it his superpowers? I mean, the guy could like crush bricks, he could, X-ray vision, he could fly. Was that it? Was it his gadgets? Batman had all kinds of gadgets, but he had no powers. What about Iron Man? He had gadgets too. Flash could run really fast. You see, I'm naming a lot of the heroes. But is the power, because guess what? Even the villains in the comic books had powers, didn't they? They had abilities. They had outfits. So whether you're a cheerleader, a football player, band, whatever, the outfit doesn't make you a hero. So what makes you a hero instead of a bully? Because you're one of the two. What I decided is it's your character. So then I looked up the definition. How many of y'all know what a Webster's dictionary is? With the internet today, we don't even use dictionaries anymore, do we? But Webster still has an internet site. You can go use it sometime. If you want to know what a word means, go to the Webster dictionary. And it defines character this way. The way someone thinks, feels, and behaves. And those are in order for a reason. Think about that for a second. Your character is based on how you think first. Because how you think about things drives how you feel about things, which then drives how you behave. So y'all all have a choice today. So, let's look at the bully. How do they think? How do they feel? And how do they behave? Well, first of all, most bullies have a need for power. They just want to be in charge. They're not necessarily bad people, except that they just want to be in control. And they want to be respected. And they want power. And they don't know how to get it, so they force it. So see, their thinking is that this is the only way I can get it. Their feeling is, I need to do something about this. So then they begin responding and behaving in a way to draw people. They think that you're going to like them better if you bully them around, if they bully you around. How many in here like bullies? See, I didn't think so. Yeah, there was one hand went up. So I'll just tell all y'all who it was in a minute. I'm just kidding. So let's look now at the bystander. The bystander is somebody who's apathetic and scared. So when I look at a room like this, and I don't know how many of you guys are in here, but when I look at a room like this, I'd say that 80% of y'all are the bystanders. There's a few heroes, there's a few bullies, and most of you are bystanders. You're either scared of the bully, or you just don't want to get involved, you don't care enough to get involved. So what does it take to be the hero, to be the one that steps up? We're going to look at characteristics. There's 6 characteristics I found when I looked at being a hero. The first one is they demand justice. They insist on things being right. You want things to be right? You want things to be right? You want things to be fair among everybody? Well, heroes demand on that. Look at Superman. What did he want? He wanted to make sure that everybody got a fair shake. Spider-Man. I mean, you can name off all your favorite heroes. What did they want? They wanted the people who couldn't defend themselves to be defended and get justice. The next one I got is that they always do the right thing. Not the popular thing, not the cool thing, not the fun thing, not even the thing that made them feel better. I can look at Superman, Spider-Man, any of these heroes that we talk about. They sacrifice a lot to take care of other people, don't they? They always did the right thing. And as I looked at the boys that my son Colin was friends with. That describes them. That's why when they decided to put those shirts on and be the superheroes that they were, and you'll see a picture in a little bit, I am sure, because I know how Chief Nixon is. That wasn't just for a gag, that was their life. They united together, and oh, by the way, think about that. No superhero stands alone. No superhero stands alone. Those 6 guys that run with my son, the 5 that ran with my, they were really not near as much alone as they were together. Or when those 6 got together, they were a powerful force. But they were a good force. So let's go on. They're controlled. Heroes are controlled. With all the power they have, think about it. Superman, what is he capable of doing? What's he capable of doing? Physically capable of doing, and yet who has he ever hurt? He never hurts anybody with the power. He restrains the ability. See, some of you guys, especially some of you that are bullies, you do it because you can. He could, and he decided not to. It was a choice he made to be controlled. And then they're merciful. They actually have no intention of ever hurting anybody. That's their goal. None of us like to be hurt, do we? None of us like to be hurt. So they, superheroes, you guys have the ability to be superheroes today. The next one is they're genuine. Heroes are true to who they are. Are you true to who you are, or are you trying to be who your friends want you to be? So you have that ability to be who you want to be and who God made you to be, or you have the ability